Welcome back to another episode of the Tapping In podcast. Today we couldn't have our fourth member, David, due to some personal issues, but we got a guest out here for you guys.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Back at it. Christian, why don't you give yourself a little intro to who you are on the podcast and everybody.
What's up, guys? My name is Cristian Caridad. I'm a photographer, videographer from East Los Angeles, and I'm really into visual arts. I do a lot of shooting with, photography and videography, cinematography work. I shoot videos, music videos, short films, quince videos, wedding videos.
There you go.
If it's a video, that's right. If it's a video, I'm gonna shoot it.
There you go.
If it's a video, I'm gonna shoot it. So, I just try to keep it versatile, but I shoot video and photos, and it's been something I've been doing since high school. I mean, since I was actually younger, but started taking more serious in high school. And then from there, just, built it into a craft and then into a business and then kept on growing, so on and so forth,
Cool. Yeah.
So what would you consider yourself, like, if somebody asked, like, would it just be, like, just photographer or cinematographer?
Generally, I just say I work in media.
Okay.
That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
It's like a broad spectrum of it all.
Exactly. So can we, work in media with, if someone needs you to direct something, I'd be a director, or someone needs me to just do cinematography, just shooting videos, just shoot the video, or just to edit, or to be, produce something, or there's a bunch of positions when it comes to media. So it's a better general term that I use. And then specifically, if they say, "Oh, can you do this?" Then I'll be like, all right, I can do this for you.
Yeah.
Is there like a main thing you focus on, or that you like or prefer more than anything?
Mainly behind the camera, anything behind the camera, because I just love shooting, and then behind that, directing, because then you get to give people your vision and create what you want to see. So yeah, I'd say shooting, and then after that, then probably go to directing.
How old were you when you first started like shooting?
When I first started shooting, it was I think it was a year before I went into high school, year before freshman year. So.
Oh shit!
Like 8th grade,
13, like 13 years old.
Yeah, but it was just
12?
something like that. But I was just messing with like a family camera,
Oh shit!
Like they just had it sitting around,
Yeah.
and picked it up, and just started fucking around taking pictures.
Oh, my bad. What did you start shooting first?
Family parties.
Family parties. Okay, all right.
That's why I just picked it up, and instead of my parents shooting, they said, "All right, here, go ahead, have fun." So
Hell
I thought it was cool, holding a camera, like the feeling of a camera to a little kid. They lose their mind. Like,
Hey, back then they didn't even have like iPhones or anything high quality. It was just like those little small ass, cute ass little cameras,
little disposables, or like a smaller, like little, like when camera, like DSLR cameras started to become better and shit.
Hell yeah.
So the feeling of one just felt like, oh fuck, this is cool, this is something I want to play with. So I did, and then I took pictures with it, and then one day I was like, let me take the photos for the party. So I just started going around the party taking pictures, and then literally from that it just kept going and going and going, and then to what it is now.
So you've been at it for like what, 10 plus years?
10 years.
10 years?
10 years.
Damn, that's a long time
Holy
to
shit.
dedicate.
I'm 22 right now. So if I did it when I was like 13,
almost
10 years.
Almost a 10-year anniversary. That's a long time, man.
But how long do you think it was just like, like you started at the family party doing it like at you said it was a quince, right? Like for a family?
It was, I don't even remember what kind of party. It wasn't a quince.
Wasn't a quince?
No. It was just a regular like family thing, it was people there. And it was just like nothing professional for an event.
Yeah. When do you think it was like when it started like professionally, when you were like, you know what? Like, I want to do this. Like at what age do you think that's when it started?
I think towards the end of my freshman year.
Towards the end of your freshman year.
Damn.
Yeah.
So it was quick, no?
Kind of.
About a year?
Yeah, because I started just going to events because I had like an aunt who worked in like, some, like fashion industry stuff. So like she would be like, oh, we need photos, so a lot of back then, like if she wanted to hire a professional top of the line photographer, they're going to be taxing.
Yeah.
But then they're like, okay, we have my little nephew who's trying to learn and, do his thing. So they pick me for those events and I just go and shoot. I mean, it's not my ideal thing to shoot, some like fashion stuff, or it was like a pop-up little event, a pop-up shop, and they have like little vendors and shit. Stuff like that.
Hell yeah.
So then I'd shoot those and I'd get paid here and there. So I was like, all right, well, to get some money, I can do these kind of events. And then everything else that I wanted to do besides that, I just shoot on my own. Whether if it was going out in downtown and shooting a building, or hanging out with the homie skating, just shooting that, So everything I wanted to really shoot, I'd have to shoot on my own until I got paid to do that,
All right.
Was there like a specific event that kind of like flipped the switch in you where you're like, damn, like I really have a passion for this and I want to pursue it?
A specific event?
Yeah.
Or like anything in particular that kind of just stood out to you, where it kind of shifted momentum to
like something that was like super emotional, like that you were like, you know what, like I really like this, like, I want to keep going with this.
I don't think it was a specific moment, because I guess it was the same feeling that I picked when I first picked it up. I knew I liked it, so like it always stuck with me. So the more I shot, the more I loved it. It wasn't like, I was iffy about it, and did this shoot. I was like, okay, I like it.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Because I already had a love for it when I had the camera in my hands, all the way to just constantly shooting and shooting and shooting, and then you just grow,
Right.
Okay.
I was gonna ask, was there ever a time, like, for example, like you were at an event, like, where it, how can I say it, like, that's where it was like your takeoff? Where you actually like, where you're like, damn, like I could actually do this for a living,
Well, when I started making like little money off of it, I knew eventually I could grow into making more and more money off of it and turn it into a business, especially after high school.
Yeah.
And then after high school, I was like, okay, well, I have some experience on my back from shooting in high school, and let me just keep growing, because in high school I was kind of doing events already. Like I was shooting concerts in high school.
Oh shit!
Like
high school is high school is you said concerts like at a festival.
Yeah, like festivals at the observatory.
Oh damn, that's dope.
Like you would do it like willingly, or people would contact for you to shoot them?
People would contact. So actually, my homeboy in high school hooked me up with this one super low key artist. He was like, "Hey, check this fool out." He was from he's from South Central. That's how I think he told me. He's like, yeah, by the way, his name was King Dope. From South Central, super cool. Shout out to homie. I've always shot with him. He's the first person I started shooting concerts with because he would open up for the artist.
Oh, okay.
So he'd bring me with him to shoot. And then after his set, there's kind of like a couple artists, before the main artist comes out. So after his set, I'd shoot his pictures and then I'd stay around in the pit for the main artist. So I'd get photos of the main artist, so I'd have both. I'd take advantage of the opportunity and shoot all the way.
Yeah. Oh,
so
that's
I
good.
started shooting events like that, and that's how I shooted, like, growing my concert photography. So people would be like, oh, fuck, like, he shoots this person, he shot with this person,
Yeah.
And then people see that, people in the industry, so that when you promote yourself or network with someone, they're like, oh, let me see your work. And then you show them your page. They're like, oh, you shot, this is pretty cool, I like your work, they see that you can shoot what they work in. And then from there you get, keep on going like that.
Yeah, that's a lot of hustle too, bro, for you to just stay, like, you could have just left, after shooting the first guy that had contacted you, and you stood for, like, all these other artists that go. My question, next question, what did you do before? Did you do anything before you started shooting?
Yeah, like before shooting, or like before I started taking it as like a real job?
Just before shooting, like before that time you picked up the camera for the first time. Did you do anything else like that maybe you got paid for, or you would have maybe considered work later?
No, not really. I mean, before that, it was really sports. Like I played a lot of basketball,
Okay.
and then I just played basketball even in high school. And then it got to a point where I stopped playing basketball in high school to focus on camera work.
shit.
On your business. Okay, yeah.
Damn.
So I stopped basketball sometime middle of my junior year, and I was like, I kind of had to say goodbye to it for senior year because I was like, after I knew I was gonna go pro. Like, I was cool, but I was like, it's like, bro, you're not gonna leave. You're not. Come on.
Fucking straight to the NBA after high
Like,
school.
come on, let's keep it real. Come on. So what are we gonna do? What's the plan? After high, because I didn't want to be the one who graduated and kind of didn't necessarily know what to do. Not that there's nothing wrong.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone has their own path, but I knew like I had something.
You had something, something you could take.
And I was like, bro, like I can't just let the fuck up. Like I can't let up. I have to keep going. I have to keep going. So I was like, if I stop the camera work, if I stop basketball, it gives me more time to focus on, camera work. Because after school, it was just practice. And then after practice, we'd be practice till late.
Yeah.
Busing at home is like, nah.
It's time consuming.
Homework, yeah.
Yeah, hell
and then
yeah,
if
for
I needed
sure.
to shoot events after school, like, I either shoot an event or go to practice.
Dang, so you realized that shit pretty early then? Because a lot of people don't realize shit like that. It takes them later in life.
Fuck yeah, bro. Do you think it was a good thing that you realized early that that's what you wanted to do?
Yeah, because if I didn't, I probably would have slept more on it. Just kind of done it on my free time. Not really,
Hell yeah.
Hey, so you never really had like an actual like job, like basically like one to,
Like part-time,
yeah.
like retail,
I've
sales.
had good jobs, because the thing is with this media, doing it full time, it's hard because so it's like it's freelance, bro. Some weeks you could, some weeks you can make $4,000. Some weeks you only make $400. It just depends on what you're, what you're booking, and then that's why after every gig, you're just another unemployed photographer, or shooter, whatever you're doing, So it's just constantly finding the next person and clients out. But before I was able to build that consistency, I was working, retail jobs at the mall. I worked Bath and Body Works and Victoria's Secret. Bath and Body Works, Victoria's Secret.
You worked at where did you work Victoria's Secret at?
Santa Anita.
Is that where you met David?
No, I've known David since elementary.
Oh, just in the little thing for everybody watching. I met Cristian Caridad through one of our friends. I just asked if he knew him because of work, because I thought they worked at the same store.
But he referred me. He's like, bro, you should apply.
Oh, shit.
I was like, nah, for real? He was like, yeah. And then honestly, I didn't think they would call me back, bro. But I applied everywhere because it was like after high school. I just needed Halle,
Yeah,
job.
hell yeah.
So I applied
Job's a job.
everywhere. And then Victoria's Secret, and they were the first people to hit me back. I swear, like a day or two after they hit me back, saying you coming for an interview. And I was like, yeah. All right.
Damn, that was quick. Yeah.
It was quick, better than any other job. So I was like, all right, well, I need a job, so I took it.
Did you have any jobs in high school, or it was just strictly photography?
Strictly photography.
Strictly photography.
It was cool because I mean it paid pretty decent, and I didn't really have anything, no bills to pay. So
Yeah.
So that's what I did, and then I just got those jobs after high school for a bit until I started building momentum with that.
Oh yeah. What was my other question? Oh, so I was gonna ask, do you think it affected you, like just your like your work environment, like during COVID? Did it affect you? Was it better? Were you still shooting?
No, yeah, it affected me a lot, because everything was on pause.
Yeah, hell yeah,
no one was even trying to come together in contact. So it's like,
Yeah.
damn, that kind of took a
toll.
a toll on me,
Yeah.
And also, actually, at the time, I also was I'm a teaching artist. I work with nonprofit organizations.
That's good, bro. Yeah, that's really good.
The Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory. It's a spot in Boyle Heights where they have programs and classes for kids and community.
Oh shit.
So they want to just encourage kids to join the arts, whether or in media.
Mm-hmm.
So one of the jobs I had right there was teaching kids how to do short filmmaking, YouTube making. So I teach kids how to make YouTube channels and put together their own videos and edit and come up with their own storylines or whatever they wanted to do. So I was doing that with middle school kids. And when that COVID hit, we had to go online. So I was kind of teaching.
Damn.
That shit affects it differently though.
Yeah,
it's just not the same as in person.
Bro. And then eventually they kind of just stopped the program later on because they just realized how inconvenient it was. Kids weren't showing up.
Damn.
So that kind of stuff. But it took a big toll. But over time things kind of got back to normal, and we kind of live with COVID, and it's picked up for sure.
Yeah.
But COVID was hard. That's for anyone.
What's the youngest age that you guys have at that place, a nonprofit?
The
youngest age of kids.
We do
to the
elementary
oldest.
school kids, bro.
Oh, elementary.
Shit, that's young.
Elementary school kids, all the way to. They have programs on Saturday like cartoons and cereal. They provide cereal for the kids, so kids come in the morning, eat cereal, watch cartoons, play chess, or play board games or whatever. Programs like that, just outreach for anyone in the community who needs it.
Damn, that's dope, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
really
work with
good.
them too.
Hell yeah. Even just being involved is really good.
Yeah, I like to, because at the end of the day, it's just wanting to give back.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Especially with me,
Hell yeah.
there wasn't a lot
For sure.
of opportunity in the east side or the lower income cities because those kind of positions like in media, like there's no outreach right there.
For sure.
Yeah.
So being able to give back, is important to me. So that's why working there, also is something that don't mind at all.
Yeah. What would you say to somebody that's starting in your workspace, that's starting around your age when you started? What do you think would be like the biggest piece of advice you would give somebody?
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded.
Be open-minded and don't be scared.
Don't be scared.
Because if you're scared and nervous all the time, it's like it's not gonna help with what you want to do. You gotta network.
Take that first step.
Network, yeah. Network is the number one thing. Network. If I could say it 20 times, network.
Hell yeah.
It's
Say
not.
it. Let them know. 20 times. 20 times,
like,
bro. Yeah.
Without networking, you're not gonna really get anywhere. You're just gonna stay quiet. You gotta stick your neck out. You can't be afraid to do that because it's always gonna be no until you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how do you do it, like to like put yourself out there, like just through Instagram, or do you have like
bro.
a team, or
bro, Instagram, everything's solo. Instagram, promoting yourself. Posting, even tagging people. I've posted brands or like a skateboarding. Like in high school, I used to skate a lot. So like in high school, I'd post pictures of my board with stickers like primitive, tag them, and then they like my picture. Some of my homies would reach out and send them or post videos of them skating. And they send them some gear.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
it's really just outreach, and social media is the best way to do that.
Yeah,
it's free promo.
Yeah.
So just reaching out and just posting yourself, promoting yourself, and reaching out too. Message the page, bro.
Yeah.
Like even literally messaging a brand, you'd be surprised at how much they respond.
Wow.
Yeah.
It could be as simple as just saying, "Hey, what's up? Like your brand, we should work together. Maybe send me something. I'll shoot it for you and send the photos back."
Yeah.
It works, bro. So just network.
Well, would you tell anybody? Because I hear a lot of people doing stuff like for free, like an internship, basically.
Yeah.
What would you advise anybody to like go out of their way and just shoot for free for people? Like at a really young age too, when they're like 12, 13, 14.
I mean, when you're upcoming, because you kind of need a portfolio. You need to build your portfolio. You need to in a way, pay your dues.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
You know, because you can't just come into this and be like, you know, oh, this is my rate, and you know, you don't even have a portfolio.
Like, you need to have like a little, like a resume, a whole, like your experience.
So, you know, it kind of just depends on who the person is too. It depends on you as a shooter if it's worth your time specifically and like what you want to shoot. Like if it's something that you don't want to shoot, and I mean the promo doesn't even look that good, and it really varies on the opportunity. But yes, it is important because you're going to have to do that at times. I've done it before, but doing those shoots have gotten me into other rooms.
Yeah.
Where I profit.
Like shooting for free? Like you've done that before?
Yeah, where I just pull up and shoot, like, you know, shoot whatever they're doing. It doesn't even need to be something super crazy. You know, just pull up to a studio session. A studio session, shoot photos, whatever. There's artists in there. You get photos of the artist, you know, 5 photos. Exchange Instagrams, send it to them. Then they hit you for a shoot. Like, hey, I need you to shoot this album cover. I need you to shoot this video. Stuff like that. So that's how you just figure out how to go into an opportunity and see if you could make more out of it. If not, you know,
it always branches out. I feel too. Everything in any little situation.
How would you say your journey from like start to where you're at right now has been? Like through the photography, editing, all that.
Up and down.
Up and down.
Yeah, bro. It's not like just constantly up. It goes up and down, and you know, it's constant growth and mistakes, and you know, it's a process.
But, yeah, like anything
you know,
else.
and I'm still figuring this shit out. You know.
Yeah.
I'm not even all there. You know, there's always someone better than you, always someone doing more, you know, so it's just making sure that you're focused at all times and making sure you can say that you gave it your 110%.
Would you say you're fortunate to shoot the people you've like been able to be around and like just hang out with and shoot for?
Yeah, 100%, you know, but that all comes with, you know, the steps you put in before.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, I feel super grateful, and it's just like, you know, it's a product, you know, it's the fruits of your labor.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
something like that.
For sure.
So yeah, 100%.
Like you've paved the way to get there.
Yeah, you know, just knowing that you put forth the work too, you know, and just, you know, and after when you step back and look at it, you're like, fuck, like it paid off.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I see it.
Do you have anybody in your family that does something similar to what you do?
Yeah, my dad used to work.
Oh shit!
Like my dad used to do some camera work back then, like in college, and then after that, he would do like he would work in television.
Oh
so
shit!
Like,
Where do you work on?
He worked on.
Or at? I'm sorry.
He worked on, what was the show? It was on Time Warner. So Time Warner had a deportes section.
Oh damn!
Yeah.
Time Warner had a deportes section, and he had a show that focused on high school sports.
Oh shoot, that's dope. What was it, like local high schools around here, or was it like all over the country?
So local LA CIF stories type of thing. You know?
Hell yeah!
Nothing crazy, but just, you know, community TV.
Yeah.
Damn,
So he used to
that's
work
sick.
in like edit, you know, be a producer for that, you know. So
Damn, that's really cool.
He used to work in videos, so it was like, you know, more so behind the camera, like technical stuff.
Yeah.
Like behind the, you know, that kind of stuff. Not so on the camera, but he worked in like film production, you know. So
Cool.
He kind of would like give me advice here and there on the way up, and then, you know, everything was just more so trial and error. You know, I just went out and did it.
Was he like your inspiration growing up, or like did you want to follow him?
Yeah, it was more so both my parents, because they're into visual arts a lot. You know.
Oh, shit.
What does your mom do? Or
My mom actually works. She works in school. Like she works with kids and stuff in like high school. She helps kids go to college with her program.
oh, that's good.
Yeah, she works for what is it called? I think it's called Upward Bound.
Yeah.
So she works with that program, and they help kids go to college basically.
Cool.
But just on the side, like they like art. You know.
Yeah. That's
so
good.
they would always, you know, have art on the walls, or just show me films, or you know, be at a museum.
Yeah.
You know, so I was just always surrounded by a visual image. So it eventually just blended into, he likes pictures.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's something like you grew a passion for because you were always like
Exposed to it,
growing
yeah,
up.
Exactly.
That's cool. Yeah, that's good.
And that's dope though.
Yeah, so, you know, that's how I kind of just grow to love it. And then, you know, I just turned it into something like, it's like, I can turn it into a career.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really feel like you have like a lot more love for what you do too.
Yeah.
Like overall, it's just like, it's not even work, you know, it's just like, it's more like, it's like a hobby for you, you know, it's something you really enjoy.
Yeah, you know, it's cool because you don't have to, I don't really look at it as like, you know, like.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people look at that, anything that they do, they're looking at it like that.
And like, don't get me wrong, like sometimes it is work, you know, it's work.
Yeah.
You know? Not everything you shoot is something you want to shoot.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
After you're doing a long shoot, you're like, fuck, you know, now you got twice the amount of time to edit, you know. So it's always something like
so
it's
you
cool.
so you edit all your stuff by yourself too?
Yeah.
Damn.
Everything, bro.
That's
That's cool.
That's a lot
That's
of work.
impressive, bro. That is a lot of work.
Like just lately, I was talking to one of my other homies. I was like, "Yeah, bro, I must have to start hiring an editor."
Yeah.
I'm tired of this.
We have an editor. We got you.
Yeah, no,
We have an editor.
just the other day, I was finishing a video, and the video came out, bro, for a private client.
Yeah.
But the video came out to like 40 minutes. It was for like a ceremony. It was after I put all the footage on there, it was like an hour or something. I cut it down to 40 minutes, but even then, like 40.
How long did it take to edit that though?
A couple months.
Couple months?
Yeah, because I'm working on other projects too.
Oh.
So when I have other projects that I'm working on, as
don't
well as
focus on
that,
it.
like, you know, you could knock out one project at a time, but after one job, you got to find your next job because
That's
you got to constantly get paid.
You gotta get
They
paid.
they didn't
you
give you like a deadline
Yeah.
to get like the
No,
video
yeah,
done.
that's why you let them know your deadline before time.
okay.
So like, it's gonna take this long. So you let them know ahead of time.
You
Yeah.
told them like I need a couple months to get this job done.
Like this specific video takes long because I mean, it's 40 minutes is a long.
Yeah. That's
a
project,
whole
you know?
movie. That's almost a movie.
It's basically
That's
a
basically a
movie.
movie.
Was that
you know?
like it was like a wedding or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured.
So you know, so
Damn.
basically like a movie takes a year. You know,
Yeah.
bro.
Even-
Even more.
you
You
take,
don't even
like,
take
3
more.
years.
Yeah,
something
bro.
like
And
that.
some, you know, it just depends on the film. Like some short films, like a film festivals, the film will be like 5-10 minutes.
Yeah,
That took
yeah.
6 months.
My
Took
bad.
6 months. You know, to shoot, plan, shoot, edit. You know, everything, sound.
Yeah,
Took us
and
6
then
months.
I feel like a lot of people too are like, oh, I don't like how I look in this video. Like,
Yeah.
cut this scene out, and like you need that scene, or like,
Yeah,
you know what? Like,
it's crucial because depending on the way the camera angle is, let's just say that specific part of a scene where she doesn't look good, she doesn't look how she looks good. That's probably the smoothest shot versus the couple seconds before it's kind of shaky. So it's like you have to use that footage. specifically.
yeah.
So there's a lot of underlying issues when it comes to editing. You know?
Damn.
for sure,
But
for sure.
yeah, a lot of things people don't see until you're like, oh, you know. I've
Yeah,
had people try
yeah.
to tell me, how do I edit a video? Whoop. I'll be like, just go use, you know, iMovie, whatever. And
Yeah.
I know, they're like, all right, they're trying to edit like 5 seconds. They're like, bro, it took me 20 minutes just to do 5 seconds. And I still haven't got it done. I was like, yeah. So there's no quick edit to this
Yeah.
shit, you know?
Yeah.
And arguably, it's probably like the most important part. Like you could have
Yeah.
great shots, and if you don't edit it good and make it come out
Yeah.
like right,
Yeah.
it just goes to waste.
Yeah. So, you know, it's just being able to do it right the first time. You
Yeah.
know, take your time with it, because if you don't take your time with it, then you do some
Yeah.
half-ass shit, and then no one wants, you know,
Yeah.
to contract you again. So
Yeah. What was like the last thing you just filmed?
the last thing I just filmed,
Filmed or you anything that you shot?
I shot I'm brain farting. I shot something the other day. I shot something a couple of days ago. I can't even. Oh, I shot for a brand, just one of the homies' clothing brands. He has shout out to homie Rare One. He has a brand called Born Crazy. So we shot some of his merch, shorts, t-shirts, you know, that kind of stuff. And then I shot another editorial, someone who just wanted shots for themselves,
Yeah.
outfit pictures.
Yeah.
So, you know, this past year, this last month, January, I shot a lot of just editorial private client stuff. People just need photos. But I have more stuff coming up these next couple months. That's what I'm
Oh,
getting
so you're booked for like the next couple months,
Not completely, but I have things lined up.
like couple events. And
Yeah,
stuff.
you guys heard it here. You guys need a photographer right here. The guy right here. He got all you guys. He got everybody on here. Yeah, hell yeah. Well, okay. Well, what else was I gonna ask?
I was actually gonna ask something. So you said that you you know, like you do all your editing and you know, blah blah blah. Who's the one that taught you how to edit? Like you just picked it up?
Oh
and-
yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I took at my high school. They had a
Okay.
film class, kind of like
Okay.
intro to film production type of thing. I took it for 1 semester, and then that's kind of where I learned how to edit. And then from there, the teacher asked him for the editing software. Like, hey, can you give it to me? And then I just edit on my shit.
Done.
He's like, yeah, give me your hard drive, whatever. He downloaded the stuff and hooked me up with the stuff, the hardware,
Yeah.
the software, and then from there I just started using it and editing my shit and, you know, making videos.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I learned how to actually do it. And I wasn't the best. It was just 1 semester of school,
Yeah.
regular
Yeah.
school, you know. So you learn how to edit on your free time when you have regular high school stuff too.
Yeah.
So I did that, and then from there it was just trial and error. You know, YouTube.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I feel like YouTube helps a
Yeah.
lot with anything. Yeah,
University.
basically anything.
Yeah, bro. So really, if I didn't know how to do something, I just YouTubed it.
YouTube it.
Is there any like artists you look up to or like inspired to be like or try to follow their footsteps in photography, anything like that? Or do you have like a group of favorites that you have?
Yeah, like I have for photographers, not too. I have a couple of photographers, you know, just some that I mean, I gathered inspiration from photographer homies that I shot with in high school. I used to have a group of friends I used to shoot with, before, like, you know,
Older or
nah,
about?
the same. We were in high school together,
Oh,
so
okay.
I think they were a year younger, older than me. But you know, them, you know, we used to gain inspiration off each other. You know, we all had different shooting styles, and I felt like that was kind of a foundation building for all of us.
Shooting styles.
Yeah.
How would you guys? How do you say you guys would differ?
Because it just depends on the shooter. Like when you look at, after a while, when you look at images and the type of pictures people take, you kind of see the style they go for, whether it's the type of angles, or if they like, I guess to be more specific, if someone's more of a portrait photographer,
okay,
rather than a landscape photographer who just takes pictures of, that's more general.
That makes sense.
That makes
Yeah,
sense.
that makes a lot of sense.
That's a more broad sense of it. But like then you go into, for example, portrait photography. Then some people like taking candid portraits rather than someone who just likes serious portraits. Someone who likes to take portraits with flash photography or something. There's just different styles. So
what do you think you would say for yourself your style would be?
see, that's the thing. I feel like I have a hard time figuring that out too.
Oh damn!
Because, yeah, like even now, because I like to keep. I don't like to stay doing the same things that you always shoot. You want to keep it versatile.
Yeah.
You want to shoot a broad range of things. You want to expand your range. Expanding your range is really important, because if you shoot the same thing over and over and over,
it gets repetitive.
It gets repetitive.
Yeah.
You kind of start feeling lost as a shooter. Like you can't. Everything looks the same. So it's just like you gotta be able to see things differently. If you shoot something that you don't like, it might open your idea to shooting another thing, or it might teach you something about, it's hard to get into a specific detail, but if you open your mind to a certain topic, there's always possible room to learn and grow from that. Regardless if you like it or not.
Yeah.
So that's I think the most important. I think I sidetracked, but my style, bro, is
a little bit of everything.
Yeah,
maybe a little bit of everything. Yeah, for sure.
I'm more so like a real colorful photographer, I guess. Like I like to have color in my pictures. Color. I like to keep it moody. Colorful and moody. Nothing too saturated, but natural, like natural tones.
Yeah. You keep it alive. Yeah, you keep it a lot of emotion in the picture and everything. A lot of color.
Yeah, and one thing I try to do is just make every picture different from the last.
No, that's a big one.
I like that.
That's
that's cool.
Because again, shooting the same thing gets boring, especially as a photographer. And you want to grab your audience's attention the most you can.
Yeah.
And like when I take a picture, it's more than just a photo. Like it's a moment. It's it's like a frozen movie, a frozen moment.
Yeah, for sure. Hell yeah.
Like when I take a picture, I want someone to be able to see what happened 6 seconds before and 6 seconds after when they look at it. So they won't be able to tell a story just based off the image.
Hell yeah.
So I guess
for sure.
So I guess you can say my style is like lifestyle. I want you to be able to visualize whatever happened in life at that moment.
That's a good way to put it.
That is a really good way to put it. Yeah, that's a lot of passion in what you just said too, man.
Exactly.
That's good. Yeah.
Who would you say was like an artist or an actress that gave you like that exposure? Because I remember like following you back then. I remember like Blueface was one of like the first dudes where I was like, damn, like that shit's pretty crazy for him to be kicking with Blueface and shooting him like that.
Yeah. He was actually one of the first major artists I worked with consistently. That was a funny story too.
Because, how did that come about? Like, how did you meet him? How did he get exposed to you?
I met him through mutual friends, networking.
Oh, okay.
My aunt who worked in the fashion industry had a friend who managed different people, and I shot some low key like family birthday party for her one time. Different things. I shot little things like that she needed, and one day, like years later, I remember I shot for her a couple times, and like a year, 2 years later, I never heard from her, but I got a call. And actually, I was on my way to work. I was on my way to my bath and body shoot. Oh, shit, my bad. I was on my way to my bath and body shoot. My Bath and Body Works fucking shit. And I got that call saying, hey, we need someone to come shoot Blueface at Rolling Loud, LA.
Damn.
Just like that.
In less than an hour.
Oh, so you you're on your way to Bath and Body Works.
I was finishing another shoot actually. I did a shoot of some kids of my Nino's kids at his soccer game.
Yeah.
So it was just some family thing.
Yeah.
And they called me, they're like, I need someone to come shoot for Blueface. I guess their shooter canceled or whatever. It's just,
Damn.
Who the fuck cancels on Blueface?
I don't know. I guess when other shooter who's already on that level.
Yeah, they're just like,
but that's all right now.
Because
now's the time to shine.
Blueface wasn't like out there like that. Yeah, he was like on the up and coming borderline.
Yeah, doing house parties. And,
yeah,
he did a party for you.
I did
a party for you, and I think that party was like not even too long after I shot the Rolling Loud thing.
Yeah,
it was like kind of back to back.
I remember
because I was supposed to pull up to that one too.
Yeah,
I think I worked
that shit. Yeah, that shit was funny, bro.
So was this before like Tatiana or after?
No, this was right after. Tatiana had been out, bro. That shit had been out.
Like it had everyone in the chokehold.
Yeah, bro. Like that was like the time where like he started going to high schools and he was performing like
on top of cars and shit.
On top of fucking Benzes and shit, and like the whole high school would come out and he's right there performing in front of everybody outside the high school.
Yeah,
I've seen other people.
So how did it go about? Like you just ended up like not going to work and going straight to Rolling Loud?
Yeah, bro. I didn't show up, bro. I didn't show up to work.
Yeah, fuck
I didn't even call.
go with Blueface, bro.
Yeah, I was like,
turn up with that guy.
I'm gonna go to Rolling Loud and shoot this, you know. But trip out. It was they're like, yo, we need you here at 1 o'clock. And
what time was this at?
It was like 12:10.
Damn.
And I was
you were in Santa Anita?
I was in West Covina.
West
Covina at like 12 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday.
Where was Rolling Loud at that
LA?
year?
The Coliseum.
Oh, okay. So like,
You know?
yeah.
About an hour.
There was.
But the parking and everything.
It was. I had less than an hour to get there, and I had that much distance in traffic.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn. But I smashed on it.
You were on the
It was like
carpool
it was like the worst thing ever. Like I had a little bit of gas, bro. I swear, it was like everything was against me that day. Everything.
Hey, you got your sign though to go.
I was like,
yeah.
I still gotta go, so I couldn't stop to get gas. I just shot over.
Yeah.
Shot over there, dude. Right when I pull up into the parking lot, my tire's flat.
No way.
So the security's like, yo, pointing at my car. I was like, what happened? I was like, bro, like, why are you stopping me? Like, I need to go meet with the artist. He's like, your tire's flat.
Damn.
And I look, bro, the tire is flat.
Shit.
But I just put into the parking lot, so I was like,
You're good.
I was like, I'm not even gonna worry about it. I'll think about it later. I'm gonna just focus on what I gotta do. So I parked it, flat tire, dipped, just in shot for the concert.
Damn.
And then how did that go? Like you were just shooting for Blueface, and then
Did you shoot for anybody else when you went to that concert?
I shot a bunch of different artists. I was his photographer for that whole time. So I shot him at the concert, everything he did, people he talked to, initiated with, and then after that, I had the freedom to. Sometimes the artists don't like to stay for everything. They just shoot, they go and they perform what they have to do. After they did, that's it. So he left, and then there was still like the whole night to go.
Mhm.
So from there, I just started, I have my past, and I took advantage of it. Started walking around and just shooting different artists, meeting different people, networking.
Yeah.
Just reaching out and, connecting the dots. And it works out, I shot the event, enjoyed a free concert,
Hell yeah. That shit was free.
That's
free
fat,
festival, bro.
It was
That's
cool, bro.
fat.
It was really just enjoying a free concert. And I was like, damn, that was a cool moment because I realized, like, I used to go to concerts and be, like, right there, stuck in, in front of the crowd and, like, stuck. And then after, like, realizing, like, the freedom, just walking in and out behind the stage.
Yeah.
It was just like,
Go with the artist, bro.
Yeah, I guess that was like a cool moment, stepping stone for me, because it was like surreal, because I was like, oh wait, like this is real.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I'm here at the concert.
Yeah, you're doing the real thing right here.
Yeah, it's like, oh shit. So I was like, fuck. I was like, all right, cool, And then that was that. I shot the concert, got a bunch of pictures of different artists, went home. Then I got an email from my work.
From Victoria's Secret.
No, from Bath and Body.
Bath and Body.
Yeah. Got an email, and they basically fired me.
Oh shit!
Because I didn't show up. But I think one of the managers didn't like me. Like she was already got a chip on her shoulder with me. So they were just waiting. Fuck, they could have called me to ask if I was okay or something.
Yeah,
they just said you were fired. Like, damn. So I was like, yeah,
it's all right.
I don't care, bro.
You want to go shoot with Blueface? You want to go shoot Rolling Loud?
After that, I just grew and then started doing.
Did you keep contact with Blueface? Because you went on tour with him, right?
Yeah. Didn't you go on tour?
So how did that go about?
We toured.
Like you were paid for all this, and like you got free hotels and all that.
Yeah, everything's
Damn.
covered by the label. So you get hotel, flight, everything covered by the label, and you just work. So Rolling Loud was in December.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't tour till like April.
So a couple months, 3-4 months.
So I shot with him in between here and there. When you have LA shows, different events, parties, but I'd just be his main go-to. When he needs a shooter for something, I shoot it.
So you were like his dude, like you were his photographer specifically.
Yeah. And they worked with a bunch of other photographers, but like you're the go-to, like anything they need, that's the shooter. But like, cause you don't shoot everything, he shoots with brands and stuff, and usually they pull up to the shoot and the brand has a photographer, but they have their go-to for social media specifically, like anything
for sure.
he needed shot, even if he said I need photos, I want to shoot today, I need photos of this, I'll go shoot and then I just get covered. So, that's kind of how it was, just as one-to-one with whatever he needed. It was mainly just concerts, though. Every time he had alley shows, that's when Tatiana was going crazy.
Yeah, I remember that, bro.
So,
that shit was going crazy.
Every single weekend, something going on,
Wait, you were there for the remix as well, no?
Yeah.
With YG?
Oh, did you take the pictures of all that and everything?
Yeah, actually, I got that shoot got me in on a bunch of sites, Hypebeast. I think Complex reposted it.
Damn.
So that was the shit that kind of like blew you up, huh?
That was that got me a lot.
Like exposure.
Yeah, a lot more exposure. It was a Cole Bennett shoot.
So
he tapped in with me. He used my photos, posted them.
Tapped in.
Yeah,
There you go.
He did. Cole Bennett tapped in. And I locked in with him, and he used the photos, and he was like, "Bro, you're cold with it. Just keep shooting." And it was just off of that. It was like, all right.
You're cold with it. You're cold with it, bro.
It's aligning. Just keep building and making stacks.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
Even off that shoot, I networked with dudes there who I still keep in contact with today. You know?
Oh
Damn.
shit.
You know, I still get business off of today. Like, hey, I need someone to shoot this. Literally and that was what, 2019 or something. Like that?
Yeah.
So you know,
It's fucking 3 years ago.
How
already.
many artists that are that famous do you think you shot? Like just at the top of your head, random number.
That's the thing. I can't.
More than what you could count on
More
your
than what
hand?
you could.
Because you have some
Yeah.
pretty big
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
names.
Yeah,
You have a
You
lot
have a
of
good
names on
portfolio on your
profile.
fucking profile.
If somebody that doesn't know you goes on your Instagram,
Yeah,
they're like,
fuck
yo,
it.
like this guy's the real deal, you know? Like, oh shit, this guy's with
Yeah.
YG with
'Cause-
Blueface.
Yeah, I noticed a couple. I
With-
noticed you shot Lauren Wood, and that's
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
Odell's girl. Like,
Yeah, bro.
that's fucking man
Yeah.
candy. Everyone was wet over Odell.
Yeah.
Man,
she's
candy.
Yeah.
no, that's
man,
Lauren. Lauren Wood. She's
Good night.
she's like a family friend. She's been a homegirl.
Oh shit!
damn.
Wait, so you know Lauren Wood like that?
Yeah, like she's friends with my Nina. Yeah, she's friends. Oh, so you know how I told you my aunt, she owns like she
The
does
fashion.
model
Yeah,
agency.
yeah.
She used to manage her when she first started.
Oh
you know?
shit,
And
damn.
she was just like a family friend, and then I just kind of met her through there, and then, that's just kind of how I shot with her. I've always known her though. Like,
Damn.
yeah.
Damn, that's dope,
Well,
bro. Damn.
congratulations to Lauren Wood and Odell Beckham on their
Yeah.
first receiving
Yes,
child.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
Damn. That's
so
dope,
very
bro.
good
That's
people.
so dope.
Yeah, but keeping my portfolio versatile too.
Yeah.
It's, important. Just shooting a bunch of different things.
So you don't just shoot rappers, right? I seen this guy showed me your profile. I seen that you shot Nathaniel Cano.
Yeah.
How was that?
These are big fucking names. Dude.
Yeah,
These are
bro.
average
These are
shows.
some big ass names, dog.
I shot with Nata because I was running with Rancho Mide for a little bit.
Damn.
There's so many fucking people.
Yeah, they actually they put something out a post one time saying we're looking to build a team.
Right.
Social media, like they just put just random on their story, and I just DM'd them. I was like, "Yo, what's up? Like, let's work." And then like one of the dudes reached out to me. He's like, "I bet meet here for a meeting, this day."
What was that like right away? They replied the same day?
Yeah, like same day, a couple hours in between, But yeah, same day. He's like, this day, meet here. He sent me an address. He's like, so we could talk further details.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember who was it.
Was it Jimmy? Have you met Jimmy?
Yeah, I'll get to that. I'll get to that.
Yeah.
I'll get there. Yeah, so they said they wanted to have a meeting with the team, And I was like, okay, cool. So I'm thinking, at first I thought it was just me. But then I get there, and then like a couple other dudes come, and I think in total it was like 5 different dudes. But
Was not that in the room?
oh no, okay, hold on.
on,
Let me keep going. So anyway, we're on the lobby. Just kidding. They come down. One of the dudes, securities, come down and gets us. Then we get no, the security like they call on the bottom. He says, "Hey, you guys can go up. Click this. So we click it, and then the door opens. We get in and we go up, and then we stop on one floor, like the floor before we're supposed to get onto the top. And the door opens and it's fucking Nata.
Oh shit!
Yeah, random. And I was like, oh shit. And then the was like, oh, what's up? Like it was me and like 4 other fools. So he saw Nata, what's up? And he's like, oh, what's up? You guys here for the meeting? We're like, yeah, And then it was just not too much small talk. It was just quick. It was just
like
I
what's
was
up
like,
type shit.
I was like, oh shit. It was
Just like,
it was
what's up?
funny. I was like, this shit just walked in.
You didn't bang, bro?
No, I didn't. But see, the thing is, like, for me, like in the industry, like especially as being a shooter, you can't be acting like that.
Yeah.
It must be pretty fucking hard though, isn't it?
And in the beginning, like when I first started shooting artists, it was like, oh fuck, but like fucking in high school when I was shooting, like I shot a boogie in high school, so that was
what the fuck?
I shot a boogie in high school, so that was like, oh fuck, so that was cool. But after a while, it's like they're regular people.
Yeah, they're just human beings.
Yeah.
Everybody's a human being at the end of the day.
So it's like you kind of get used to it. But I saw him, I was like, oh, it's cool. It puts a smile on your face. Like, hey, that's cool. It's cool little instances that you don't get to see every day.
They're like, damn, I'm really here. Like, this is really happening.
And you go home and listen to their fucking music, and you're shooting them behind the scenes.
Yeah,
Exactly,
that's fucking dope, bro.
So that happened, and then we go to the main room. Like they used to always post this like building on wherever, like it's right over LA. It's like the main office.
I've seen it before.
So when I put the address in, I was like, oh, this is that penthouse. That they're always kicking it at. I was like, oh, this is that. So I was like, oh, fuck. So I walk in, bro. Open the door, plaques everywhere, like the YouTube million past views, like all
the
those plaques, gold platinum records and shit, and it's cool. It's just like a music little museum.
Yeah.
Like the shit you see in the
Yeah.
movies type
Yeah,
shit.
you know, like when
Yeah.
you first walk into the record, the
Yeah.
executive's office, and you
Yeah.
know, you see all the stuff on the wall, slow mo, fool. You're like,
yeah,
yeah,
for sure.
so
That must be a dope ass feeling.
yeah, it is.
yeah,
It's
bro.
just kind of like fuck, you're here, you know, and then you
Yeah.
see the glass windows in this alley.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh,
See the Staples Center.
You mean the Crypto.com
Crypto.com.
arena?
I forgot. My bad. My bad.
Just fucking
Go
with
for
you.
it,
It's
go
always
for
gonna
it.
be Staples.
Yeah, but it was there. So, you know, I get there and there's like a couple dudes right there. I guess like his A&Rs or, you know, someone who works for him, for Jimmy. But they start talking to us. He said, oh yeah, Jimmy's going to come in a bit, but let's get started. Like, all right. So they start talking to us and asking us like, what do we do? And everyone goes one by one talking in line. And then they get to me and they're, you know, they're asking me what I shoot. And they're actually asking everyone like, oh, do you have a portfolio? If you have a portfolio, show us what you got, you know, show us, you know, your work, you know, let's see what you have. And then they get to me and I show them my work.
When you had a good amount of people already lined
Yeah,
up.
I
Huh?
had a good portfolio, bro. I actually I was the only dude with the website. You know, like, website
Oh
with all my
shit!
So like,
All right.
they're like, all right, pull up your YouTube, your website, whatever. So I was like, all right, because other dudes are like, oh no, I can't. I don't have.
Oh,
anything.
so you have your official website
Yeah.
for it? Oh,
Damn.
okay.
Oh shit. What's the name of it? Hey, let everybody know, bro.
no,
Yeah, drop
website,
that
Everybody that's
uh,
watching, bro.
CaridatDigital.com.
Caridad Digital. There you go. There it is.
Blue chip verified too.
Yeah, soon.
There you go. Hell yeah.
But yeah, so you know, I just had my stuff ready. You know, I was, you know, you stay ready, so you don't got to get ready.
Yeah.
So that was one of literally that experience was probably one of the best examples of that, because literally all the other dudes there like didn't have anything but like Instagram, you know. But that's cool.
Yeah.
You gotta go above and beyond, and they saw that they're like, oh, you know, it was convenient. Fucking website, videos, boom.
It shows that you're professional about
Yeah,
it.
Too,
yeah.
for sure. That
So
you're
they
about
see-
it.
You know, they see all that, so they love that shit. And then, like right when I'm showing them in the middle of my shit, that's when Jimmy walks in. So he walks in and he sits right next to me in like the middle of the couch, and then everyone's just kind of around and we're watching the videos. And they play a video of Adriel Favela and Nathan Elcano
Yeah.
that I recorded at El Rodeo nightclub in Moreno Valley.
Oh, okay.
So I did like I
Highway.
did a little recap video when he performed out there, and they clicked it. And as he's watching, he's like, "Oh yeah, I saw this shit when it came out. This shit was badass." And I was like, "Oh!" In my head, I'm like, "All right, this was already tapped in." It's a tap. So I was like, you know, that's when we saw the video. So I was like, "Damn, you know, like it gets out there, you know."
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So we shot that. I mean, we met and they basically, you know, told us a plan. They want to build a media team. You know, when they get around to it, you know, we'll start talking more and more details. This was right before COVID hit.
Oh,
Right before COVID hit. So COVID hit, and then it slowed everything down, and I still worked with them after that. You know, I still, you know, after all those, like, all the people that went, like, I was the only shooter they kept in contact with. Jimmy even came online and like, he followed me on Instagram. He looked for my shit, and the other fools were like, they made a group chat, and they're like, hey, have you heard anything? You know, ooh. And I was like, oh yeah, like, you know, they tapped in with me, you know, he followed me and shit. They're like, bro, he hasn't said nothing to us.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
so you were like the
But-
chosen one.
yeah, I mean, I guess, you know, they liked me enough to, you know, keep calling me. So I
Yeah.
was like, I was fortunate enough to be like, all right, you know. The other homies, though, they're great shooters, great media people, like, they get down. But, you know, they just kept in contact with me.
Yeah.
So I was grateful for that. So, you know, I just kept shooting with them. And I shot Nata one of his release parties for, I think he did with Beats and Apple Music.
Damn.
Oh,
That's
damn,
fucking
man.
dope, bro. Holy shit.
So that whole COVID shit fucked up that whole little team. You would have been like close with them
Yeah,
and shit.
you know, like, you know, it kind of fucked up the whole momentum. I think they're still trying to build that, but Rancho as a label has so many things going on with different artists and stuff. Like, you know, there's a lot on their plates. So I think I think that's something they'll still get around to, but we're still in contact though. I still work with them here and there. I see them around too. You know, I see them around too, just like in, you know, at events and stuff. You know, you see the same people. It's, you know, it's just like acquaintances, coworkers, you know, some friends. I know some of their artists, you know, that are my friends. So it's like, you know, you see each other around regardless.
Yeah.
But you're still around, so, you know.
I know this is a tough question. And you don't have to answer it. But do you have like a favorite shoot you had with an artist, or like the one
Or
you
a
had
favorite artist? Yeah.
like the one you had the most fun shooting, where it was just like a great vibe, great experience that you like enjoyed and you still remember?
Probably Blueface.
Blueface.
Oh shit.
Like just going on tour with him and all that, or what?
It was just different experience, you know, traveling in
Yeah.
a different city.
What
every night.
cities did you guys go to?
Kansas.
And how long was the tour? Was
The
it
tour was a month.
a month?
It was like a month and like a week or something.
Was that like a different city every other day, or how was that?
Pretty much. Like, it depends on how big the city was. If it was like a big city like Kansas, I think we had like 2 nights in Kansas. Like, the bigger cities will have 1 or 2 nights. Like Atlanta, there was like 2 nights, I think.
Shit,
Boston, we
man.
had 2 shows
Atlanta.
in Boston. You know, so it's cool, bro. You know, it's just, I think being able to travel, and the thing is, at that age, Blueface was only like a couple years older than me. Like, he was still like our,
Yeah.
you know, in our age range. So he's still like, a youngster from LA.
Yeah,
so that's really who you're traveling
bro.
with, you know. So
Yeah.
you know, just kind of like being with another LA homie. So it wasn't really nothing different. It was just good vibes.
Do you still keep in contact with Blueface?
Here and there, you know, we work on just different stuff. We see each other around at video shoots and stuff. So it's, you know, it's nothing like it's not like I talk to him every day, but you know, we work together. And it's like, he's like, oh, what's up, Chris? Like, you know, something like that, you know.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, so it's, you know, I think it was just shooting with him, you know.
The experience of being able to tour and visit different cities like that.
Did you have,
my bad. What was your favorite city? What was your favorite city like when you guys toured out? Like if you had like a memorable shoot, like if it was Atlanta because the concert was super lit, or it was like Chicago.
I'll probably say like, I think Kansas, bro.
Kansas? Shit,
That's
of all
funny.
the cities.
expecting that, bro.
Yeah,
I wasn't expecting that at all.
Kansas was lit. Detroit was lit. Boston was cool, and Atlanta. We finished the tour in Atlanta.
Yeah.
So it was cool. They had like pyrotechnics and fireworks and shit. So that show was cool for sure.
Oh shit.
Was this all like on a tour bus, or you guys were on plane?
Both.
Well,
So like we started on tour bus. You know, we started in LA and went to Vegas. That was our first night. Then after that, we went to Utah and then fucking Denver and just kind of made our way up all the way to the East Coast. And then we flew back for a couple of things. I think Blueface had like a performance in LA or something. He had or a doctor's appointment first, you know. So like, you know, just whatever it is, artists have to fly back and forth, you know, for whatever it is, you know. Custom jewelry, like I think I fly back to what he had to meet for custom, you know, that kind of stuff, you know, or jewelers will come out, you know, it just depends what it is. I think, you know, birthday parties. His son's birthday. It was his son's birthday in the middle of tour, so that's what we came back for, you know. So we came back twice like that, you know, and just going back and forth. Then we go out there, hop back on the bus, keep going, you know. But those bus rides take out of you, bro. It's like 10 hours straight.
But that gives you time to like review the footage, right? Kind of edit and shit.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like.
Wait, were you doing that though, or were you guys just all shooting?
Both. But at the same time, like a shooter, like touring is fun, but you got to remember you're working.
That's what
You're
I was
working.
gonna
You're
ask.
getting paid to produce something that this label needs, and if you don't produce, then they're losing money. So you got to make sure you come in clutch. Like it's fun, enjoy your time, you know, but you got to regulate it because you're still working. I think cameraman has one of the most busiest jobs on tour actually, because at all times you got to keep that motherfucker rolling. All times. You know? So you know you're always shooting, and then when you're not shooting, you're editing.
Yeah.
When you're not editing, you're shooting some shit, you know. So
For sure.
But there's but the little small room for fun there is, it's cool. And it's worth it, you know.
Yeah.
So you know it's work, but you know it's a cool experience, and I think I had a lot of fun shooting with Blueface, probably the most.
How do like breaks regulate that? Like, cause I know you always have to like shoot, but is there ever like a time where you're just not on the camera and you're just chilling?
Yeah, like
was that like after concerts on the tour bus or?
Yeah, after concerts, like you know, after the show, sometimes you kick it in the back room, the green room, you know, with artists, you know, hang out, you know, you're not shooting, and then sometimes you are shooting, you know, some candid stuff, you know, chilling the post show, but like you know, you just I guess you feel it out. Like after a while, shooting in concert, shooting events, you kind of feel it out. You don't want to be that fool who's always kicking it either, because you know if you're kicking it, you're not shooting people. That's who's not shooting. But like you feel it out eventually. Like with time, like I wasn't always someone who kick it, but like just now I started learning to realize, no, okay, I can put my camera down for a second.
Yeah.
So like you know you feel it out. But I mean at the same time, if you're the one who's always shooting, you're always gonna get everything.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not shooting, you're not gonna get everything. So there's moments where you might miss. You just you pick and choose how you want to take your breaks.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Did you go on tour with anybody else?
No. Wow, the tour with Blueface, it was a tour with Little Baby.
Oh,
So
damn.
it was so technically I was on tour with.
Shit.
So it was Lil Baby, Blueface, and the City Girls.
So you were like cool with Lil Baby like that too? Like you were?
Nah, like I was on Blueface's team, but we were all on tour together. But we come across like his team, his homies, you know, his little squad, and like his cameraman, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So we come across them, and on tour sometimes we stay in the same hotel rooms. Excuse me.
Did you ever like dap him up or have a conversation with Lil Baby or nah?
Not Lil Baby.
Nah.
Damn.
Nah, he does his own thing, bro.
I know.
Well, it's fucking Lil Baby, man. Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
4 PF.
That's crazy.
But yeah, bro. You know, there was one time, bro, in the hotel, his homies were kicking it with our crew, and we were playing pool. And then it was like 2 a.m. after a show, like 2, 3 a.m, and he just walks in. Bro, it's funny. He walks in, and like with the security guards, and we look. And one of the homies from our crew goes like this, and then he looks and just looks straight and keeps walking. And it was just like, but it was. I mean, It was a long show. He came back.
He's probably all exhausted. He's probably dead, bro.
Yeah, but it was funny though. I just started laughing. No, you don't really talk to him like that. I did like once because I went with Blueface in the room because they were hanging out, so I took pictures of it. But other than that, everyone kind of sticks to themselves. You know,
That's crazy. How was shooting Draco? Because I saw Draco on your page as well. Where'd you shoot him at?
That was at a video shoot in HP.
Oh, what the fuck?
Shit.
Yeah, it was in HP.
Where I was born.
Yeah.
Shit, man.
Yeah,
R.I.P. the
HP.
ruler, man.
Not for real.
Yeah,
That
gone
was,
so early.
that was a crazy night. I couldn't even believe the headline. Like, I was like, no way. Like, what?
Yo, I was that day that happened to that guy, to Draco. I was supposed to go see YG. He was supposed to perform at a club after like the whole concert and everything. Like he performed at the concert and he was supposed to go to another, like a small little event,
Yeah.
And everybody's waiting in line, and we were right there. I was there with a group of people, and I remember everybody was in line, like, yo, like, why aren't they letting us in? Like, we were just in line for a while, and then come like to know like that he got stabbed, and they were like, yo, like he got stabbed. Like, you know what? Let's call it off. Like, they're probably like something might happen to YG. Like we don't want anything to happen at this event. They canceled the whole thing. Like we were gonna go see YG and they canceled the whole thing.
So you were at the Once Upon a Time?
No, it wasn't Once Upon a Time. YG performed at Once Upon a Time, and he was gonna have just like a little private event.
Oh,
at another club in LA.
Okay, right.
So he was gonna go from there because I think he performed like midday, right? Like early in the day.
I wasn't even there. I didn't go to
but,
the event.
Yeah, but I know he performed like earlier, and then like everybody else performed.
Yeah.
So he was supposed to like, I don't know, do his own thing and then just go to the club after. But his security didn't let him show up because of that situation. They were like, we're not gonna risk it. So they just canceled the whole thing. And I was like, damn, did he really get stabbed? And it's all over Twitter. It's all over Instagram. He got stabbed. I was like, damn, that sucks.
It's because there was like a lot of speculation that YG had something to do with it or he was associated. And then the Sting team came out and said like, oh, like YG's not welcome in LA, that whole thing. So
The what?
the Sting team.
What is that?
That's like Draco's crew.
Oh, that's.
You never heard of the Sting team?
No, I'm not really like. I don't really listen to like rap like that, but yeah.
What do you listen to, my boy?
The corridos, the rancho humilde. I was asking all the questions. I was just like,
Oh, bro, what was your favorite genre of music that you went to go do anything with anything in the media?
Damn. I don't.
rancho.
I love corridos and I like hip hop.
Yeah.
That's kind of mainly the two genres I've really shot. I want to start shooting more things. I want to start expanding to like rock and different genres. Because I don't want to just shoot hip hop. I mean that's cool, but if I could go on tour with fucking Coldplay or someone, that'd be dope. Like hell yeah.
Yeah.
So but I mean, probably hip hop.
Hip hop. Okay, that's fair. That's fair game.
Yeah.
Wait, so my bad. Back because the Draco conversation kind of got cut. So wait, you filmed Draco somewhere in HP, right?
Yeah. It was a music video.
Did you like have a conversation with Draco or was it just shooting as well?
It was just shooting. Really just shooting. Like, oh, what's up? Yeah, I think I was like, how you feeling? He was like, man, just tired. Like
off the mud.
Yeah, whatever. Just shooting. It was late, bro.
Yeah.
He was sitting in the car like majority of the shoot and just came out when he had to shoot. But yeah, no, it was nothing really like, we had full conversation. It was just, it's coworker stuff. You just want to take a picture. You don't want to be like fanned out. Because there's always going to be someone on set who's already doing that.
Right.
Nah, you don't want to be that person.
Yeah. So people already asking him for pictures. You don't want to be the cameraman asking for a picture too. Like,
Yeah.
you're working, bro. No one's going to call you back.
Yeah.
So, But yeah, no, I took pictures and he was cool.
So you still have like all of that in your like camera roll on your camera?
I save them.
You saved them?
Like a hard drive. But yeah, I shot him. It was cool. Some people are like, don't even want to take a picture. They'll be like, yeah, take a picture, and then don't even look at you. They just continue what they're doing, but like, you got a picture of me. Like, it was cool. He was like, I think he was in the middle of rolling a blunt. Put his stuff down. He's like, all right, then pose, and like someone to take effort to do that. That's cool because a lot of artists some artists just won't give you the time of day, or they will, but it's just they don't think much of it. They literally continue what you're doing. It's like I don't want a picture of, that, But he was a cool artist. He was just himself, and he didn't tell no one no to a picture. There was a bunch of people asking for a picture. He didn't say no to anyone. So,
Damn.
Yeah, that's cool.
So that was cool. He wasn't he wasn't cocky or he wasn't like stuck up. He was cool with everyone. Humble.
Yeah.
So he was a good guy. Rest in peace, Draco, man.
For real,
bro. Do you have any artists coming up like that you're gonna go shoot with anytime soon?
I know some that I'll see soon, like in some studio sessions that are coming up. It's really hard to say who specifically because it all comes up at random too.
Like they just pull up.
Yeah, unless you already have something specifically booked for like a shoot or, you know, like, oh, we're shooting this merchandise on this day, you know, like with this artist, then okay. But other than that, it's really like, it's a lot of last minute shit, you know.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nothing in specific, but I know I have events and things coming up where I know I'm gonna run into artists. So for sure, I have, you know, more music stuff coming up always, you know.
Have you ever had to like deny like accepting like basically not accepting like a job from like a
Artist?
like a big artist?
Yeah. You know, just if, you know, like I for me personally, like I feel like there's a certain point where I reached where I don't have to shoot something if I don't really want to, you know.
Okay.
Like, someone wants me to come shoot a vlog video for them.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I'm not really a vlog person. I'm not really like shooting vlogs.
Yeah.
It's just preference.
Like a day in the life type shit.
Yeah,
Like, oh,
you know,
come
like
back.
you used to be
Everything
like,
that they
you know,
do all day.
Yeah, you know, that kind of stuff, you know. Especially if the budget isn't right, you know, like,
It's not worth your time.
yeah, a day in the life is all day shoot, then that's all day editing, you know. So it's just,
Yeah.
you know, I've had to say no to those with big artists, different artists and stuff, you know. So, but it's all love, you know. It's just business, nothing personal. It's just business,
For sure.
you know. So, but yeah, I've had to, you know. But sometimes I recommend people do shoot that, you know, because that's publicity for their page. You know,
Yeah.
it just depends on where you're at, and you got to genuinely think like, okay, if I don't shoot this, am I gonna really lose out?
Yeah.
You know, and if I do shoot it, what can I gain from it?
Yeah.
So, you know, it's being able to, you know, balance it and see what's really gonna benefit you and, you know, your craft and your career.
Yeah. And another question, I know you brought up earlier before we were filming that you like, aside from like Blast, have you ever been in the room of like upcoming artists that hadn't made it there? Like the instance, like you said, you were filming Blast before he even blew up. Like, were you in the room like filming with upcoming artists that hadn't made it there yet?
I think probably in that room, he was probably one of the biggest artists. He was coming up, but just the platform he's on right now, he wasn't.
Yeah.
He hasn't reached that. But anyone in specific,
Like just shooting upcoming artists or
there was one artist, you know, it's probably a question, artist for you. You know that one dude, Ovi?
Oh yeah.
From Rancho? And I
Ovi.
remember when he was, when he kind of started coming around Nata, like, you know, I have pictures of him, but I was like, who is this kid? You know? Like, who's this dude? And, you know, they're like, oh, that's Ovi something. He had like probably 50K followers.
Yeah.
Something like that.
what's he at now?
Millions.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Millions.
Yeah.
Bro, he's like
Damn.
a hot reggaeton artist.
Yeah.
You know, like he's, you know, he's getting his numbers up. So
Yeah.
shout out Obi, bro, for real. But
Yeah.
he's doing this thing. But him, you know, I saw him, and I was like, this kid's gonna be someone. Like,
Yeah, like you can sense
yeah,
that.
I was
Yeah.
like, yeah, he's an artist, and I was like, he's with the right people, the right group. The people are gonna get him somewhere. I was like, this dude's gonna be someone. I remember that specifically because he was one of the only people I didn't know, and he wasn't as flashy too, you know. So it was kind of like, you know, he was fly, but you know, I was just like, okay, like this dude's upcoming, you know. Now he has it all, you know.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So, him.
That's probably like a special
That
thing
was
to,
cool.
to
Yeah.
witness too, though. Like
Yeah,
the
it is.
journey of them
Yeah.
getting there.
Yeah, you know, and even with artists who pass away too, you know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, damn, you know, like I've seen this dude coming up, shooting in my career. Like another person that was kind of like surreal, like that was Slim 400.
Oh, you.
Slim 400, when he died, I started shooting him in high school. Like, so I've had pictures of him from way back, but it's crazy because it's like, you know, see people come and go, and it's just a crazy process. You don't know what to feel. I still don't know how to feel about it. You know, I don't feel like, you know, I'm depressed about it, but it's just like it's surreal, you know.
Yeah.
See these things and, you know, see people grow, see people's journeys, you know, and it makes you appreciate your life too.
For
You
sure.
know, and your journey,
Yeah.
you know,
Mhm.
because it could be taken from you like that.
Yeah,
So,
that's a good one too.
you know, so it puts things into perspective.
Yeah.
Really. That's how I feel.
Yeah, all the way.
Yeah, that's why I brought up the Draco one, just because he's no longer around, you know.
Yeah, you know. And I was saving that shot, bro. I was saving that because I want to I'm putting together a show later on this year, you know, for my own, like a little gallery.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
And I was going to save that shot for the gallery. And I'm still going to also include it in it, but, you know, I was saving that. But then, you know, when he passed, I felt like it was only appropriate to, you know, release it. You know, I thought, you know, put it out there for people to see.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I dropped it. But, you know, that was a real, one of my favorite shots I got that year, actually.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Aside from music, like, do you do any sports events or like have you ever like photographed any games?
Yeah. I've shot like more high school sport. Like when my brother was in high school, he just graduated like last year. When he was in high school, I shoot like his basketball game.
Oh,
you know?
okay.
So I haven't done too many sports professional things. I've just done for private clients, like people who want pictures of their kid playing high school sports. You know, like professional shots. You know, then I'll go and do that. You know, action shots. I used to shoot a lot of sports in high school.
That's like the main thing you focus on.
Yeah, like when I stopped playing basketball, then I started shooting more sports, you know, and started, you know, posting about it. Then all the kids in high school, like that's how I kind of grew following in high school too, because like all the kids would repost it. Then I go to different high schools and I take pictures of their team too, and I put them up.
Yeah, because
And
in
everyone-
high school that shit's pretty popping. Because I remember like playing ball like in high school, like you'd always want pictures of you like
Yeah.
that was taken professionally
Yeah.
to post that shit on your Instagram, and if word gets around like, oh, if he's gonna be
Yeah.
here at the game, make sure you contact him and all
Exactly.
Yeah.
Everyone message you for pictures, so that's how you get your reps, or you get your free throws in with that.
that. Yeah.
Just shooting a bunch of things, and just expanding your range. So I did a lot more sports in high school though, but I have shot sports and I like it. I shot boxing recently.
Oh shit.
Oh shit.
I did the zone fight in that was last year, like November, something like that. But it was Zurdo Ramirez, Jojo Diaz, and Sinisa.
Jojo Diaz. Damn.
Yeah, that was a fight.
That's a big name right now.
Is that
too.
is that professional or
That's
amateur
pro-
boxing?
That's
professional.
pro.
Professional
That's pro, bro.
boxing, yeah.
Yeah, that was a pro fight.
Yeah.
Where was that at?
At the what's that? The LAFC? What's it called? The Bank of California Stadium.
Mm.
Don't even know
That
what
was
that.
right there. It's
Never
right
been
there. It's right there by the Coliseum, that new stadium like around the
By the
corner.
110.
That's where the soccer team plays.
Yeah.
Mm. No, I
Around
don't think I've been
there.
on there.
Yeah.
Never.
Oh, there.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't think I've been on there.
But yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's where it was at though. So it was cool. It was outdoors, and I was the first sports event I've done professionally, like the type of things I shoot now. So it was cool. It was a really cool experience, and it's something I for sure want to shoot more of. I mean, boxing, any sport. One thing I would really love to do is shoot for a team. Like if I got hired
like
to
LAFC
shoot.
or
Be,
something
be,
like
be their only
or
photographer.
Dodgers or
Like the fucking Rams, bro.
Yeah, or if a team from the East Coast called me, an NFL team called me, I'm gonna
What
go.
about like European
You know?
teams,
Yeah,
like European
yeah,
soccer
Oh
teams?
yeah, bro. What about
Oh,
somewhere in another country?
Oh, if someone offered me that, yes, I'm gonna run with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Being able to be versatile, that's important. So sports is something I'd love to shoot more. I shot one this year, but I for sure want to grow and shoot more of that. So,
Yeah.
Right now, you would say that you build your portfolio like at a good you have a decent portfolio, right?
I
You
think
should-
decent's an understatement.
Yeah, I think his portfolio.
I
is really
think it's
good.
yeah.
No, well,
I
I mean,
think it's a
what if
fucking-
what if he's like he's trying to humble himself or
Oh yeah,
All
but
right, all right,
we can
yeah.
give credit when it's
Yeah,
due.
yeah,
You know?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
What's it called? Do you still reach out like to artists? Like, do you still
Yeah,
tell
all
them
the
like,
time, all the time. Because if you're not reaching out, you can't. It's not gonna work. It's not just gonna come to you. Like, yeah, you'll have people contact you, but yeah, I want you to shoot something. But that's built off of repetitive, networking and kidding that person up. Then you know that person wants to shoot with you. Then you develop a relationship, and they hit you back.
So
Yeah.
for the most part, you're the one reaching out.
Yeah, all the time. Reaching out for different artists. Just reaching out to a lot of not even artists necessarily. It's reaching out to their teams.
Yeah.
Their managers, finding out who their manager is. Finding out who their producer is. Getting with that producer, then he brings you around his shoots, and then he brings you around his artists. There's just steps to it. You gotta just plan it out strategically. There's always ways to grow from it, bro.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how I see it. But I mean, yeah, I'm always hitting people up to shoot all the time because you can't grow if you don't hit people up. You just gotta, you gotta step out your comfort zone and just do that, and people will respond. For every 100 no's you get 1 yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's like really good advice for people coming up too. A lot of people, I feel like they wouldn't want to reach out to a team or to the manager.
Yeah.
They just like are thinking like, what, I have a portfolio.
Let it
Somebody's
come.
gonna see it. Like they should reach out.
Someone will see it years from now, 5 years from now, and that's just one
Yeah,
shoot.
5 years.
Okay, then you're done. After
Yeah.
that shoot, what?
Yeah.
You gotta. People tell me that I don't want to reach out. Nah, I'm not gonna reach out. I'm gonna like them. Like, bro, you're gonna have a very, very hard time.
You'd be
Yeah.
surprised. Yeah, I don't think they'll.
Very
I
hard
don't,
time.
because if somebody reached out like to us, right, like to the podcast, like say if you knew somebody that was just starting and they reached out to us
Yeah.
and they're like, hey, can we shoot for you? I don't think that's them at all. I think that's good. I think that's good
Yeah.
for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't ever tell people not to do it. I always encourage people to reach out and ask, because if you don't, the answer is always going to be no.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
it's mandatory. If you don't do that, then you're not going to grow.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just put it that way. You're not going to grow. You're not gonna grow.
Yeah.
You're not going to be sitting mad wondering why you're not, working or getting anything done. It's like, well, bro, you're not reaching out.
Yeah.
You're not putting
True.
in the work. You really got that's your free throw.
Yeah.
Get those free throws in.
And I know you've been at it for like almost 10 years now, but what would be like your goal for the next 10 years if you have any? I'm sure you do, but like, is there like an end goal or like a major goal
Yeah,
where
even if it's not with this, this could be encompassed with
Yeah.
your overall goal.
It's really my main goal is to be a filmmaker. Well, I mean, I do filmmaking now, so I guess I can say I'm a filmmaker. But to do major motion picture, like I want you to go to AMC in Montebello and then be like, oh, I want to watch Chris's movie.
Oh, so that's like one of your
Yeah.
goals.
That's the
though,
angle.
too?
That's the
Okay.
angle.
Yeah.
That's
I wanna
a good
I want to
one.
make movies, direct stuff. So working in big production, that's my end goal. This was kind of like photography is a stepping stone. I don't always want to be a photographer my whole life. No,
Yeah.
not really. I mean,
Yeah.
I love it, but I'll probably be doing this for a minute. Just to make, that's my job. That's what I do. But I also work in production too. I work on short films, and I've been doing more of that. So this year I'm gonna be doing a lot more set work. You know, but that's more so the end goal. Just, you know, being able to create films, movies. That's really my passion.
Yeah.
Would you definitely say you're like on the right path to that? Like you're getting there a step closer every day, every year, every month?
Absolutely. You know, because you always got to stay working, because if you're not working, you're not working on your craft, you know? So I feel like I'm always just working to get, you know, to the next spot and the next job. So yeah, I feel like, you know, I'm progressing in that as well. I have things coming up where I'm working on set the next couple months, you know? So, you know, I feel like I'm progressing in it. So I feel good right now, you know?
Early before freshman year, like when you first started, after high school and you knew you were still going to continue doing the whole like media with everything, right? Did you go to school after high school for anything to add on to this?
I went to community college for like a year and a half.
How'd you like it? How was your experience?
It was cool, bro. But to be honest, when I got to I mean, it was cool. You do the school portion, you know, you do your regular classes, math, English, all that stuff. But for the film,
like, what would you tell somebody that's like, I want to go to school for film? But say they had like the same background as you, something like that.
Like, well, for me, this is how it worked out. Because when I went to film school, it was cool, but like, it's like literally start from the basics. Like, you know, kids are learning what the camera is, what the buttons do, you know, what this does, you know, how to kind of tell a story. I kind of learned that in high school a little bit with, you know, my film class that I had, you know. And I already had the camera picked up, you know. So like, I was like, damn, like I'm really just sitting in this and it's
pointless.
I kind of feel like I was kind of wasting time.
And money.
Yeah, you know, well, here's the thing. The cool thing about community college, your first 2 years are free. Yeah, well, I think that was for Ali USD schools.
Yeah, I think I remember ELAC having that.
Yeah, for Ali USD schools or whatever, like, or, you know, the first, or just community college students, you know, your first 2 years are free, because there was like I forgot what was passed, but something that allowed us, you know, to get that. So I did that. So I had the first 2 years free. So, you know, I was going to school. I went to Ali City College.
Oh, okay.
So, because ELAC doesn't have a film program. They have theater, but they don't have film. So, Ali City has a film program. But when I went there, you know, it was kind of like you start from the basics. You got to take every course. And I was like, can I test into it? Like, you know, like I'm really feel like I'm wasting time. They're like, no, you just have to go through it. You know? So
that's kind of like unfair, isn't it?
Yeah, you know, but I mean, but then that's kind of how I knew. I was like, you're kind of ahead a little bit. That's how I knew. I was like, you know, you're really ahead.
Because it's probably more like people who like want to learn how to do it after high school.
It's like now they're deciding what they want to do.
Yeah.
You know? So, you know, that's I was like the middle between it. So I was like, you know, I kind of had to deal with it.
Would you feel like it's kind of like there's not enough classes out there for like people who specialize in what you do like that? Like, or at least any advanced classes? Like you said, you had probably wasted a semester just learning the basics.
Yeah, like I mean, there are classes. They had classes that I wanted to be in that I didn't know everything to, that I would for sure learn. So, but you just have to pass those classes to build your way to that, you know. There's no really like way around it when it comes to school. So like for going to college, like that's kind of what you probably will run into, you know. So, but for me, like I realized I'm wasting time in it. So like, but it was like, you know, it was cool, like a cool little refresher here and there. But like, you know, it was hard to even pay attention. Like, and then like some of the project, I remember one time like I BS'd a project like. So last minute, they give us like a month to do a film. Like I kind of just like I didn't really focus on it and do it till like the last minute. I ended up shooting it like so last minute. Wrote the script, shot it like in a day or two. I got like A- on it or something. Like, so like shoot, you know. And it was just like, you know, I was just kind of realized like I kind of knew where I stood in the class at least. Yeah. So you know, I kind of so I was like, you know, it gives you that weird uncomfortable feeling. Like, I can't do anything about it, but you know. So but I was like, I'll get there, you know. So, but then, you know, I went for a year and a half, and then that's when I got the opportunity to tour. So, like, halfway through my second year, I was like, yeah, I'm out.
You just quit. How do your parents feel about that? Like, did they want you to go to school, or, like, they actually, they like what you do?
My dad was more open to it. My mom, because my mom works, her whole job is to get kids to go to college. You know?
Right.
Like, you know, go and, you know, get your degree. And that's a good thing, too. I don't advocate against it, you know. Going to college is important. You know, if you're going to be a doctor, go to college. I want my doctor to have a degree. Yeah. I want my doctor to, you know, not go to college. So, you know, for certain jobs and stuff, it's mandatory, you know. So, it just depends on what you want to do. But at first, she was kind of like, you know, realizing that, okay, I don't necessarily need to go to college to do this. Yeah. You know, she started seeing the progress of it and, you know, the growth. And, you know, then she kind of was like, okay. You know, she kind of was cool with me stopping school. At first, she was a little hesitant, but she's like, oh, you know. It's an opportunity of a lifetime, you know. Yeah. Not everyone gets to do that, you know. So I was like, I have to take it
and be this far too, like with your journey, because I feel like so you're like almost 10 years in. If somebody would have started like per se when you started going to school, like at 17, 18, they probably maybe they wouldn't even gotten to your level at like 28, 29. You know, I feel like you're really far, bro. I feel like you're deep in it.
It depends too, because in high school, like I wasn't able to the kind of events and stuff I was doing in high school. Like I wasn't able to fully go out and pursue it the way I was pursuing it after high school. Like if I was pursuing photography, I feel like the way, like, you know, after high school, you have more time to actually really do it. But you can't do it like that because you're in high school. But like, let's say I was pursuing it like the way I was in high school, I'd probably say like I'd be a little further on, because like, you know, without the high school stopping you could do that full time.
Yeah.
But you know, I feel like those, like that kind of like getting in those, you know, those work experiences, and you know, when I could fit them in high school time, like eventually they kind of added up and gave me a little boost. So, you know, after high school, because it's like, okay, this kid has his foot in the water already. He's doing things.
Yeah, for sure.
Grow. But yeah, no, I just feel like everything in total came, you know, full circle and just helped me out in the end.
Yeah,
you know,
that's
just
good.
starting early, you know.
As far as the film or photography, has there been like anything like someone's asked you to like film that was something you had to deny? Like a nude, like photo shoot, or is there anything you draw the line at?
Something exotic.
Like if someone came to you and if someone came to you like, hey, like, can you film like our sex scene? Like, is that something you wouldn't be willing to do?
I don't.
Have you ever been in that position?
I haven't been in a position to shoot a sex scene. I've shot like OnlyFans stuff or like model lingerie stuff. Oh, really? You know, but that's like for lingerie things, or you know, just model pictures. And I've never asked to do porn, but I mean, I might draw the line.
Yeah, you wouldn't be comfortable doing that?
I don't know.
What if Brazzers hit you up, bro?
Yeah, what if the price
but that's what I was gonna say. But if it was like, you know, Pornhub or Brazzers or someone that hits me up, you know, saying, "Can you do this? Here's a check." Oh, okay, well, where we at? Yeah, but like I don't like, it has to be something legitimate like that. I don't know if it's more home.
Like a home scene.
Yeah,
fucking here's like.
Yeah, nah, I'm not.
Here's a grand for
an hour. I need some
hour.
credit on like an official company. Like that's $1 million company.
Yeah.
You know, so like, you know, I'll work with them because, you know, they're a big company. Other than that, like I probably wouldn't, unless they're, you know, I got a check. But like, other than that, you know, like, nah, not really. I'd probably have to draw the line right there.
Really?
Yeah.
Has anyone asked you to shoot a nude scene or anything? Not like a nude scene, like a
nude pics.
like a nude photo shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, like OnlyFans kind of stuff.
Yeah, you know, stuff to post on their page, and you know, just model Instagram, IG model stuff. Yeah, I've done those. You know.
Any famous models besides the one we mentioned earlier that you know?
That's still crazy, the fact that you know Lauren Wynn like that.
Yeah. She's cool people. She's really cool people.
Have you ever met Odell? Have you been in like?
I've run into him. Never like met him. It was just quick, like, oh, what's up?
Oh, really?
Yeah, but never really had like an experience like that.
Because you said that's a family friend. Like, does she come to like parties and stuff like that, or not?
Not necessarily like super close like that. It's more so my Nina and then their friends, and like I'll see her at their family parties a lot.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that makes sense.
You know, and other like family friends, like that friend group, like they'll all be at those parties. But yeah, so I mean, other than her, other models I shoot around.
Anybody crazy with like millions of followers that are like super known? It could be guys too, guys or girls.
Yeah, I mean, I have a wide variety of it. Models, actors, you know, artists who work on art, like, you know, Damien Hirst. You guys ever heard of Damien Hirst? He's an artist. He's like a billionaire. He's the one who did the inspiration behind Drake's new album, Certified Lover Boy. Isn't that the one with all the pregnant?
Yeah.
So
Oh shit.
So his paintings are like, I don't know how to explain this. I don't want like the art world to kill me for this, but like his paintings are like, they're dots. They're dots. So like he splatters dots on the.
Oh, I think I've heard of that.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
And it's
like
really,
splash of paints, right?
Yeah, but super thick paint. So like when you go up to it, it looks like you could touch it and like it'll like, you know, like it's globby, you know. But that's his kind of style. And they're just different colors, and he does different, you know, like he'll do like a cherry blossom theme, you know, and it'll be those kind of colors. But that's kind of him. So like I have pictures of him, so I think that's cool because he's an artist in the artist world. It has nothing to do with music, has nothing to do with, you know, acting or models. It's a different genre. So, you know, having pictures of him and that in the art world is huge. So I think that picture is really cool. I have some of him, you know, Takashi Murakami.
Yeah, I do know who that is.
I went to his show with Virgil. Oh, rest in peace. Oh, you know what? Virgil's another person I shot. I shot Virgil, the one who does Off-White.
Oh shit! Yeah. Okay.
So he did a show with Takashi Murakami in Beverly Hills.
Oh.
This was before I had a beard. So,
I remember those days. And the long ass hair.
Yeah, with the braids. Yeah. So this was that time. So I shot him, you know. Virgil, he's a designer. I mean, he was a musician, you know, but yeah, designer.
Like Off-White's a huge ass brand, man.
you know?
That shit's everyone goes crazy for Off-White.
Hell yeah.
So they did a show. I shot, you know, Takashi. It was cool, you know. So I think, other than just music and stuff, I think that was cool too. Mainly the art, you know. It's still in arts, you know, but just a different genre. But yeah, like actual artists, you know, actors. Probably one of my favorite is actually a friend of mine. His name is Sholo Maridonia. He's an actor in Cobra Kai.
Oh shit! Damn.
Yeah, the main kid in Cobra Kai.
The
Latino kid. So he's.
You shot for that kid?
Yeah, well, that's actually my homie. We used to work at the Boyle Heights Arts Conservatory.
Damn,
so
that's crazy.
He used to work there, so we used to work together in high school.
Yeah, it's fucking dope, bro.
Yeah. So we did an editorial recently for the new season of Cobra Kai. The photos we're gonna use for his, you know, the publicist that we're gonna send out to the articles and magazines. So we shot that, and it was a super cool ass editorial. That was probably one of my favorite shoots, like ever. Probably just the way it came out. But you know, actors too. You know, so just
as far as like the photography, how does like who owns the right to the photos and like the copyrights and all that? Like, are you?
Photographer.
Oh, so you are the one that can
So
distribute that's yours?
Yeah, that's something that gets tricky with a lot of shooters because some artists will use photographers' photos without, you know, their permission. Like they'll take a photographer can take a photo and send it to an artist, they can use it. But if they start using it for billboards and like an album cover, like
You need a piece of that cake.
technically the photographer needs a cut of the cake. You know, they need a percentage.
Could you
That's
like
their image.
sue for instances like that?
100%. You can.
Shit.
So it's really up to the shooter if they want to do that or not. But at the end of the day, you own the
picture.
the photo. You know,
Is that
you
one
own
of-
the rights to the photo?
Is that one of the
Damn.
main things that get to discuss when you guys talk business at first?
Nah, actually, not really. So it actually goes without being discussed, and it'll happen after the fact. After you do the shoot, you know, then they'll use it. And
What the fuck?
some people won't tell you. Some people will, some people won't. But sometimes I guess you can say it's up to the photographer.
Well, yeah,
Because
because
if you
like,
don't bring it up, then you know.
like what if you shoot like, I don't know, for instance, an artist and they put it on a billboard and that billboard gets seen by everybody and there's no credit to you.
Yeah, then that's a big problem.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
big problem. You know.
That's crazy that doesn't get brought up first. I feel
Well,
like that's
yeah.
one of the main things that should
really,
be.
that's
Right. Like that's why it needs to be disclosed and shoot details too, because it's like, what are you using the shoot for? You're gonna make money off the shoot, then you know you have to sign. Like you could sell the rights to a photo away too, but that has to be disclosed and signed off on. You know, if that's not talked about and you just paid for the shoot, technically you only paid for the shoot.
So
didn't pay for
you
the photo.
own all the photos of whoever you've ever filmed or shot ever.
Pretty much, unless I've sold like certain photos like that.
Yeah, I was about to say you can sell those shits. Then, huh?
No, you can sell the rights to a photo to whoever you want to shoot it, or you can sell it to a magazine. You know, it just depends. But yeah, I own a lot of my photos, but that's really important because if someone uses it and then, you know, they make money off of it.
Do you reach out to like for instance magazines and things like that to sell the photos of certain people?
Yeah, I have. I don't do it too much, but I have a couple times. But I should probably do more.
I was about to say that's probably something you should consider
you
doing
know,
more
selling
of.
more photos. I had people tell me that too. You know, like selling photos of like your photos to certain brands, like or not brands, like sites, like for example Getty Images.
Yeah.
Like that, you know, you can sell there. But that's something I haven't really done a lot, but I should do more of. You know, I think about it too. But yeah,
That's even something you could sit on compared to other people like that you've
Yeah.
actually shot for, bro.
you know, yeah.
Like, cause that's like them in their prime career.
Yeah.
Come later on when they're retired and they want all these photos.
Oh,
You're
yeah.
sitting on
That's
like
That's-
gems,
Yeah, exactly. That's one thing about photography. I always say. I say photography ages like wine, bro.
bro. Yeah.
Because like when you take a photo, it's cool, but then after when you look at it again, sometime later, you're like, fuck, it looks even better.
Yeah,
that
that
shit,
shit.
yeah,
Everything,
yeah.
all the
It really
memories
does.
start coming back to you, bro.
Yeah, because
Think so.
like, you think back on it, and it means more. So the photo, you look at it completely different. You know?
So the people you've shot, like, you don't keep contact with every single person, right?
Yeah, here and there, you know.
But like,
I
do you
mean,
have like their contacts? Like, if
Yeah.
you needed to reach out to them?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, like, for instance, like when who knows, like YG's like 70 or 60, you could reach out like, hey, I got you in your
Yeah.
prime in fucking
fucking-
Inglewood or whatever.
Him directly, I don't have like his direct, but like his associates and people I work with,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
But they're really like for me, a lot of these artists aren't really that far in reach. For me, if I need to get to the artist, I can't get to the artist, you know. So, but yeah, you know, just being able to see the contacts and, you know, keeping contact and, you know, networking. You want to keep contacts because then you want them to keep calling you back, you know.
Yeah.
So even if it's like, you know, a manager for an artist, you know, you could tap in and be like, you know, hey, Happy New Year, hope you have a good New Year, this and this and this, you know.
Yeah.
Appreciate the business we've done, you know, I look forward to working more with you in the future.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff too.
What do you think was like your best memory, like in your career so far? Just overall, best memory you've had.
I think touring and seeing people with my images blown up.
What do you mean blown up?
Like holding them up
like
at a
at a
concert?
Asking for the artist's signature.
Damn, that's fucking dope,
that shit
bro.
was
Wait, people
honestly,
ask you for your signature
no,
like that?
no, not me. They're like so
Holding
like,
his picture, asking for the
Yeah.
artist,
so, like,
right?
So I pulled up to a show in Detroit. Like, I'm looking off the bus. We're getting like in the Sprinter, so I'm looking, and there's people like usually before the show, like some people know where the artist enters, so they'll stand outside and they'll have the pictures and they want you to sign them and all that.
Oh, okay, I get it.
So they were standing. There was a bunch of people, and there was like fools right there standing where my image is printed, and I was like, fuck.
How'd they get
Damn.
access to the images?
They found them when I posted them.
Oh.
That's the thing. I was like, yo, like, and this was a shoot before we went on tour. When I first started shooting, when I shot like Blueface at the Observatory thing, I think it was Observatory, a long time ago, like the year prior. And fools in Detroit had that image printed out, and that. And
That's
you know what's
fucking
crazy?
dope. That's so
The
dope.
crazy thing is, it wasn't even an image I posted on Instagram. It was an image I put on my website, because I wouldn't post all the images. I put them all on my website, but like, if you want to see everything, go to the website. And those were the images that was on the bottom. So it
Dang,
was
so
like,
they dug through that
Damn.
shit.
yeah, people were going through my stuff. So it was like, yo, someone from across the country was looking at my website, went to my page, went all the way to the bottom, saw my shit, printed it out, blew it up, and brought it to a show. I
Bro,
was at.
that must feel so good.
It was great. I texted I think I texted my mom and dad. I was like, yo, what the fuck? I saw my photo. Like, that was, I think, probably one of the best feelings I've ever had. Like, just seeing that, I was like, damn. Like, yo,
Damn.
we out here. Like,
Yeah, bro, that's super dope. What about your biggest challenge so far in your career? Like maybe the biggest obstacle you've had to face so far.
Or like if there was like a stretch of time where just no one was hitting you up and you were just like, damn, questioning if it's like still
COVID. I think
It's
I'd say,
underneath your seat,
yeah,
yeah.
thank you. I'd say COVID, bro.
COVID.
That was like a really challenging time, you know?
Like, how long did you go without anybody hitting you up, like to shoot or to film any of that?
Like the first, excuse me, like the first 6 months, bro.
Damn.
You know, like,
Damn.
like, yeah, but you know, I was still doing the other stuff with, you know, the nonprofit. So I was still working, you know?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah.
But like the first 6 months of COVID, it was kind of rough. No one was trying to shoot, you know?
Yeah.
So actually what I did, I had to be smart with it. So I was like, what can I shoot that doesn't involve people? That doesn't involve, you know, a lot of contact with individuals. So the thing I did was I was shooting a lot of stuff at my house. But I wasn't shooting people, I was shooting products. Like, you know, for weed companies and cannabis, you know, I was shooting edibles and just different little things that I could put like a little backdrop and some light and shoot. So that's what I started shooting more of. My bad.
You're good.
I started shooting more of that. And then once I started realizing that, oh, okay, this is what I can shoot that requires less contact with people. People feel more comfortable, and you know.
Yeah.
So then within that, I learned how to shoot more like studio stuff, figuring out lighting. You know, how to set shit up, how to shoot product.
Yeah. All right.
So yeah, so that's one thing that came out of it. So at first it was rough, but then I was like, okay, how can I keep shooting and still keep this momentum going? So I started shooting
Shit.
products.
Good. That's good.
So yeah.
Yo, thank you guys for tuning in today. Episode 2, tapping in. Shout out my boy right here, Cristian Caridad, for coming out today.
Thank you. guys.
Caridad Digital right here. What was your website?
Yeah, my website, you can check me out at caridaddigital.com, Instagram at caridaddigital, personal Instagram, Cristian_Caridad. It's still business. I still post a bunch of stuff like that. So, but yeah, check me out.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you guys for tapping in
Let's get
today. Have a good one, guys.